Hi, my name is Yuna. I did Captivating Core with Rizal. It's a women's group, and I chose this group because God was just nudging me about some things I've been ignoring in my life. A lot of questions about like, who am I as a woman? What does it mean? And what even is femininity, and how did God create me? And it's just been something that I've been ignoring for very long. I would avoid girls as I grew up because it was just too much drama, and a lot of time I spent trying to prove myself, because it was a bit of like a man's world, trying to prove that I'm equal and not really understanding how God created me, and that being very much dictated by society and the world. And I also felt like I needed to have a community of women where I could learn from them. And so I joined the group, and every week we would do an audio clip in preparation. Then we would meet on Zoom, and then we would discuss what we had learned, what stood out. We would have some reflective questions sometimes, or we would watch the video clip portions of the audios that we listened to, or we would watch clips from movies or books and stories, which is something that's really cool. A lot of times we try to look for God in like the conventional places, and here we learned about finding God in some places that you wouldn't expect him, how he tries to get our attention, especially as women. So using a lot of stories and movies and metaphors and that type of format. And we dealt with like, what is your identity as a woman? How did God create you as at the core? And then it really led into some emotional healing type of topics. And we went into the father wound and the mother wound, and a lot of stuff was really on cue for me in my life, because I've been working on my kind of dealing with my emotional healing and stuff like that. So all very personal, and we agreed that we would make it a safe space, and that we would be supportive of each other, and with that there would be no judgment. And so I learned a lot of things in the group, and with everyone I ended up really finding the community of women that I needed, and that God kind of hinted that he would give. And where we are from different ages and stages of life, and we're in different places with our relationship with God, and we can all learn from each other and speak into each other's lives. And I learned that God actually does care about my identity as a woman, and that he cares enough to want to restore it, so it must mean something to him, which for some reason I didn't know. I also learned that if I show up as myself, like who God created me to be, then I have something to offer that no one else does, and that God put that there. And the last thing that's really important that I learned was it's okay to embrace the softer part of myself, of my identity, because I've been rejecting it. And to the point where I actually bought a watercolor artwork of like pink flowers, and I was like, God, why did the pink one stand out? It's like the most girly thing. But just to remind myself that it's okay to be soft, it's okay to be me and who God created me to be. And so if any of this speaks to anyone, you should join the Grow group, because I very much am excited about Captivating Core. It's just launched me on a further journey of exploring who God created me to be, and healing whatever got a little bit skewed along the way. So yeah.